It was literally a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Yesterday, Venus passed in front of the sun, putting on a spectacular show. People all over the city took a moment to check out the rare sight with a telescope and protective glasses. The Venus transit won't happen again for another 105 years. So it's going to be a little while before we see that happen again.
And you guys actually tried seeing it.
Yes.
You guys had the glasses.
Here's the thing. Okay, so today, I bet you people all over are going to be going to the eye doctor. Not because they burned their eyes, though. Because they realized that they need glasses because it was so tiny. When you tried to look at it, I realized it. I had to borrow glasses to see it. I was like, wow, my contacts aren't doing the trick. And then I saw a few other people do the same thing.
Yeah, it's much easier to see through a telescope or through some of the really cool pictures or the
actually
really cool
looking up at it.
that pinhole camera type thing. But it was really neat. And you're right, the clouds held off when we were looking out west. There were a lot of clouds out east, but west it was clear, just like you said.
Yeah, it was really nice. So really cool experience. You got to see all the way as the sun set yesterday. And we have a lot of pictures, so stay tuned. We'll show them throughout the morning show later on. Let's get to the weather closer to home here. We're starting off this morning at 65 degrees. Relative humidity already down, so that moisture has moved out. We're looking at winds right now in the south-southeast at 5, relative humidity at 28%. So a cooler, drier start today, and so we're not going to be looking at good rain chances at all as we head through the next few days as that drier air continues to work its way into the state. Temps around the state this morning, 65 in Albuquerque. We're in the mid to upper 60s in the southeast. And up to the north, temperatures are starting off in the upper 40s over in Alamosa and Taos. Right now, 46 in Durango and Farmington this morning, starting off at 58 degrees. Wind speeds nice and light pretty much across the state. We're looking at 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds. Winds won't be too bad today. They'll start to pick up a little bit over the next few days, and so with the drier air moving in, that is going to mean higher fire danger, so something to keep in mind. But we don't have any fire weather watches or red flag warnings out right now. Skies mainly clear across the state this morning. Just a few lingering clouds over in southeastern New Mexico and up across the northeast. Those will move out, and we're going to be looking at a lot of sunshine today. We will still see a chance for a few thunderstorms to develop across far eastern New Mexico, but we're going to see far fewer than what we've seen over the past couple of days. Up in the northern mountains, maybe a storm or two will get going in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, but even when we saw the wetting rains, we're going to see very little of that too as this moisture continues to move out. And of course, across the west and central New Mexico, more sunshine and drier weather is going to be sticking around, and temperatures will be warming up as well. We're going to continue to see that drier air punch into the state, so it's going to be moving into the west, pushing all that moisture out back to the east over toward Texas. So rain chances are going to be going down again all the way across eastern New Mexico, and temperatures are going to be going up. So as we head toward the weekend and we look ahead, temperatures are going to be running back above average again, so really more of the same. We had a little bit of a break from the heat out across the east. We had some moisture. That brought in some storms, but we're not going to see that as we go into the weekend. So a dry, hot weekend, but the good news is the winds don't look like they'll be horrible as we go into the weekend. So some good news there. Highs today, 91 in Albuquerque, 93 in Roswell, 97 in Carlsbad, and up to the north, even the northern mountains, you can't really escape the heat even there. We're going to be looking at highs in the low to mid 80s, and of course for the Four Corners, 77 in Durango, 90 degrees in Farmington, and we'll be well into the 80s and 90s down across southwestern New Mexico. Your forecast, region by region, southern Colorado, mostly sunny and warm. Highs today in the mid to upper 70s, some of you in the low 80s. It gets warmer, and then we'll watch for the chance for a few storms to move in for the second half of the weekend. North and west, sunny skies, breezy, highs in the upper 80s to around 90, and then low to mid 90s for the rest of the week, and more sunshine as we look ahead. South and west, mostly sunny skies, southwest winds at 10 to 15, highs today in the mid 90s for most of you. Silver City 87, and more dry weather for you as we head through the rest of this week. South and east, partly cloudy, slight chance we may get a stray thunderstorm going. Again, very little moisture, so little rain with any storms that do develop, and we will be hard-pressed to see much get going today. 96 tomorrow in Roswell, and then this weekend, we're talking highs back into the triple digits, 101 Friday and Saturday. North and east, a mix of sun and clouds. May see a few thunderstorms develop this afternoon. Highs in the low to mid-80s for Las Vegas, and then even warmer elsewhere, 91 in Tucumcari. Northern mountains, partly cloudy skies. May see a stray storm try to develop up in the mountains. Santa Fe, you'll probably stay dry. Highs in the mid-80s, and then low to mid-80s with more sunshine going into the weekend. East Mountains, sun and clouds today with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Overnight lows in the mid-50s. And your forecast for the metro, mostly sunny and mild, and it gets hotter. Highs in the low 90s today. 7-day forecast here. Temperatures stay in the low 90s over the next few days, and really we're not going to get any relief from the heat next week. We're looking at highs at least in the upper 80s and more sunshine. It felt nice to have a little moisture yesterday, but
Yeah,
didn't
and a
last
little bit
long.
cooler yesterday, but
Slightly.
not the case today.
But the moisture's gone now.
Yeah, looking at that 7-day, no chance of any rain for the next
Not
7 days, you don't think?
It's not looking good. No, we're just
Dry.
I think we're really going to have to wait on monsoon season to kick in to get those good rain chances back here. Right now, it's just not looking good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for the update, Kristen. Appreciate it. As if firefighters in